Beautiful. Let's see. Did we fix it? Are we live everywhere?
I'm refreshing Restream now.
I do see us
YouTube
live
is
on
online.
Twitch.
I'm checking from the Restream side if you want to check from the actual sites.
Oh, it looks like we are live on Twitch and the YouTubes.
Yay!
Hey, we did it!
Yay!
Alright.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hi, fam. Oh, I don't like the way I said that.
Hi, Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Uh,
We don't have a Sam. I'm trying to think if I even
so.
know a Sam. Oh, you know what? Sam Childers. He does Extra Life too. Hey, Sam. I'm
yeah.
gonna go bug him. let me hop on Facebook real quick. While I'm doing that, Osprey, what are we up to today?
Well, first off, we're gonna see if we can beat that Tigrex this time.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 2. This is the third attempt. The Tigrex in question is a royal Tigrex.
Well,
So he is the king of kings.
no, so the quote-unquote royal Tigrex just means that this Tigrex is in an area where... Well, actually, I think there are some genes that are tied to being royal, but overall, as far as monsters go, being a royal monster just means you're a lot tougher than most of the monsters in that area.
Gotcha. So this Tigrex, we were kind of meeting early.
what's
Yeah.
this invisible cloud thing that we have in front of us?
That's
Just
Nargacuga, baby.
Oh, it's invisible. Okay.
Yeah. So you haven't been here for a lot of the Monster Hunter stories too. So brief explanation is that the different monsters have basically field moves that they can do. Some can swim, some can climb ivy, some can break rocks, some can hunt for nests.
Oh, cool. Okay. It's
that
kind of like
sort
how
of thing.
HMs would function in Pokemon, like your cut and your swim, your surf, I guess.
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it.
What did we end up calling Nargacuga? Did we not call him Kid Cudi?
No, we called him
Very good.
Narca, but
Narga, that's it. Yes.
there was talk of renaming
Not
to
Nard.
Kenshin.
Oh yeah, Kenshin.
I haven't seen if I can rename yet, but
Yeah, but yeah, Narga. So,
with a C, not a
Narca. Okay, Narca. Does Narca need extra time to boost up to the level of the rest of the party, or because Nargacuga is a later monster, is it born kind of in a stronger position?
Also, hi, Cheryl.
Level 14
Hello,
versus level. Okay.
Not that bad.
Gotcha.
Some of the grinding I was doing for gear kind of caught
Took
Narca.
care of that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hey,
Oh.
Cheryl. Yes, we are back. We figured it out. I think you were here during our testing last Wednesday. But it took us a bit. I still couldn't definitively tell you what we fixed. We just know that it is fixed. I don't know, Tom, if you have more information than that.
To me, I think it was just a refresh of the account setups, the connection between OBS and our Restream account. For whatever reason, OBS did not want to actually connect to YouTube. It only would stream to Twitch, even though it said that we were connected. So we went in and just refreshed everything, reconnected all the stuff.
We
off,
just took it
turn
all
on again.
apart.
Yeah. So apparently that should have fixed it. So we should be, if you are seeing this on YouTube, that means that it worked.
Woo!
So yeah, we went in and refreshed all that stuff, so we should be live on both platforms again.
And assuming by your icon, Cheryl, it does look like we are live on both. I guess we need to confirm. No, I looked earlier. We are live on Twitch. But we figured it out. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, we did. That reminds me, that gives me time to buy a new mic and an Elgato. See if I can do some Kirby Dream Course at some point in the next
Ooh, yes. Speaking of new shit, I saw, and I think I'm late to the party here, while Osprey is beating the fuck out of Tigrex over here. I saw that the Nintendo 64 is coming to the Switch. We're getting some free N64 games, and Super Mario 64 is one of them, which is neat for those that didn't buy the triple pack. They can still enjoy the classic. Oh fuck!
Oh, oh jeez.
It's okay, we got this.
That's my son.
I don't know what other games all are on there.
I was looking up a list. So far, it says Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion packs launch lineup of games will include Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, Lilat Wars, which I think is Star Fox 64.
It is. It's
Lilat?
That's what Star Fox was called in Japan.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's like the Japanese version then, maybe with like an English, or maybe it's just the Japanese version. Sin and Punishment, which I forgot it was a series.
Oh, the original Sin and Punishment? Oh, yes.
I thought Sin and Punishment was pre N64, wasn't it? Or maybe that's...
I think 2 was on the Wii, and Sin and Punishment 1 was on N64.
Okay.
I never played the first one. I really enjoyed the second one, though.
Hey, Boom Headshot and Pokeblocks Gaming.
Hey, Pokeblocks Gaming, what's up? Osprey's here. He is going after Royal Tigrex, which if you haven't played Monster Hunter Stories before, this is a Tigrex that is here to, it's here as a stronger monster than the area that it kind of belongs in. And if we beat it, we get hopefully we get access to a nest. I think there's a percentage chance, right? We get access to a nest that gives us a Tigrex egg that might have some better genes than normal, which is exciting. But even if we don't get access to that nest, we still get the gear, like the parts we need to build some armor with that Tigrex, which will be sweet. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So, if people are here, I guess I will announce. I have an Excel open up here. I will announce the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Earthrise Thrust giveaway question. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, if you answer this question during our live stream, I'll put you down for one entry, and then I'm going to do another entry into the giveaway on Twitter, and then another one later on Facebook. And this is all promoting our Extra Life campaign, which if you look up top at the screen, I believe Osprey, he's showing that so far we've raised, we're over halfway to our goal of $5,000. So this is promoting that Extra Life. If you want to win more Transformers prizes, we've got a bunch there, and a $10 donation gets you entered to win all sorts of additional Transformers prizes. But the question I have, because I grew up on Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars, so I'm used to Transformers turning into animals. And I was thinking about this the other day, which is if they ever did, because the Hasbro's doing crossovers. I'm loving the Nargacuga team up. That's cool. Yeah, that's dope. The question is, if they did a Transformers Monster Hunter crossover, which Monster Hunter monster would you want to transform? And my personal pick is Legiacris. I love the look. In my mind, it would be essentially, it would transform into an Autobot that would be based, or actually it would be a Decepticon. It would be based off Alligator Megatron. It would transform like Alligator Megatron. Oh, okay. Pokeblox gaming.
Yeah.
I love it. Rathalos
So
from a
that's a
dragon, like
classic.
Beast Wars 2 Megatron. Yeah.
The flagship
but
characters in both.
Yeah, mine would be Alligator Megatron.
I think about that now.
That's a good one. Yeah, I guess I don't know, Osprey, if you ever watched Beast Wars. I know Tom, I
No.
believe you did.
I watched a little bit as a kid. So we were talking about Beast Wars specific robots.
No, it can be any Transformer character. And I guess you don't need to name a specific Transformer character. I'm just wondering what Monster Hunter. Essentially, in my mind, it would be the robot mode would look like the armor, and the monster mode would look like the monster. So, Osprey, I'm going to take 3 guesses at what you're going to pick. I'm going to read your mind here. The first 2 don't count. Is it any chance you would say Nargacuga?
Do you want to be more specific?
Okay, fair. Okay, so we could go Nargacuga, we could go Lucent Nargacuga, we could go, but you haven't seen Lucent in person, so I don't think it would be that one. We could go green, but green's not your favorite color. We could go Silverwind, because I believe Silverwind has more blue and gray accents. I think I'd pick Silverwind Nargacuga.
Silverwind is my favorite out of the ones I've seen.
Yeah, fucking nailed it. Okay. Pokeblox, I'm pretty sure there is a Rathalos Transformer out there. I'm gonna see if I can find it and drop it in chat somewhere.
Wait, like a Rathalos Transformer, like a third, someone made a custom Transformer
third
for
party.
themselves? Okay. I wish it was like the
Here,
old
I know
Power Rangers toys.
you're
So the
in
head
the
pops
chat,
up.
Tom. I'm gonna. Oh no, I can drop it in chat because I've got the chat open. I just need to find like a good image of the link. I want to show both of them. Here we go. It's not the exact same. Oh, I don't think it went to Twitch for some reason. I'm gonna send it over your way, Tom, in the
I've got
Monster
it.
Hunter page.
Oh, okay, I see.
If you can
that's
repost
neat.
that to the Twitch side, I don't know why it didn't work, but
I'll try
yeah.
that.
So it's like a mechanical Rathalos that turns into the Rathalos armor, which I think is sick.
Oh no, all in.
Oh man, Alwyn's letting the side down. You haven't fainted once yet.
I fainted once. And that was
You
because
have?
I thought he was gonna heal me, and then I didn't realize he had changed what he was doing.
Gotcha.
So
Alwyn's just letting the side down all over the
So
place.
there's, if I have the name correctly, there was, I guess they're called Predacons in
Yes.
Beast Wars?
So original Transformers was Autobots and Decepticons, and then Beast Wars, their descendants essentially start. So like original Transformers, there's an open war between the two factions. That's the Great War for them. Then Beast Wars is essentially a Cold War détente state between their descendants. That the Megatron, who is a like radical Predacon who is trying to ignite the war again. The show is basically about Megatron trying to start the war. Oh, and you, God. So it's not you, Osprey. It's we are now strong enough. We need to. I guess the problem is we need to beat Tigrex fast enough before Alwyn dies.
yeah. So literally got one shot. And Tigrex was drooling, which means weakened, like close to beat.
Really close. Yeah. And you told me if Tigrex is drooling, that's a chance that it runs away, right?
No, that just means low and almost down.
Gotcha. So close.
Well, so what I'll probably do, I'll go to the next area, I'll start the next thing, and then when I have a different companion, I'll come back and see if that companion does better.
I dig it. It sounds like a good plan.
So, still might happen tonight.
We're gonna aim for it.
Hmm?
Is it just like does too much damage, or what happened? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So his AI companion died, and if they die, you still lose the battle.
Oh, it's one of those Fire Emblem conditions. Okay.
Yeah. Which is annoying.
For an AI, yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's not like your primary character.
Well,
I mentioned the Predacon thing because the idea that first came to mind for my Transformers Monster Hunter crossover was the I guess there's a Predacon called Inferno, like the red ant
Yes.
looking guy. I was
For
gonna
the queen.
do him mixed with Celtis Queen, and I always Armada is the only show I ever actually watched like most of as a kid, and I figured it would be cool if there was like a Celtis Queen with the actual Celtis as like a little break off mini robot. I think.
Oh, I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Speaking of Transformers, I got a pile over here I got to work through later this week. That's
is there
that's
more
a Friday project.
conversion conversations happening, or is it just
Oh, a bunch more. Yeah, it's I basically just haven't opened a box since before the wedding, and I got a bunch in right before the wedding that I didn't open, and then a couple more pre-orders came in.
So, not to just completely stop all Transformers talk, but I'm
No, go
about to
ahead.
advance the story, so y'all might want to pay attention.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get that good lore.
Hey, Alucard.
Hey, Alucard. Alucard, you would like to know that I just rebeat Symphony of the Night a few weeks ago. Man, what a fun game. I finally beat Galamoth for the first time, too. Whose Rathalos is that?
Mine.
Oh, that's neat. A good-looking Rathalos.
It's raised wing Rathalos.
長老がエナ様に渡してほしいと一族が代々受け継いできた呉服とおっしゃっていました。
A scorpion. So, Boom Headshot asked if there is a scorpion monster hunter.
The Celtis Queen kind of has a tail that does that. I don't know if there's a scorpion, but there are like arachnids. There's a poison dealing. There's a poison dealing. I forget what that's called. Monster from 4.
Does this Rathalos have a name yet?
Ratha is the automatic name given.
Okay. Ratha, but it's not Guardian Ratha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is that a translation error? Or I guess that is supposed to be a fried, like that's supposed to be a donut even though it's shaped like a pretzel?
Yeah.
Or is it like Pokemon where they're like, I love jelly-filled donuts?
So
he just needs his coffee in the morning.
It is a donut. Basically, Alwyn had never heard of donuts before. And basically when Naviro told him about it, he was like, what the heck is that? And Naviro made a whole fuss about it. So as a parting gift, he basically was like, here's some donuts. I had some of our cooks make them based on what you told me. So it's people who have never seen a donut before tried to make a donut.
Gotcha. Oh, thank you for the donation. Someone donated $20.
Oh, thank you.
Just now.
Alucard, I am enjoying Dread. I will save my thoughts on Dread for when there's a bigger gap in story. But yes, I am loving Dread so far. I'm maybe, I don't want to say halfway through, but it feels like about halfway. Oh, thanks, Kieran.
I guess I'm gonna put you down in the raffle as Kieran and not Pokeblox Gaming, just so I don't mix up stuff. I'm gonna put you down as Super Mr. KH.
Yeah, just to be clear,
That's where you are elsewhere.
Pokeblocks, I have not finished Red. I'm going to assume that most people haven't finished it yet. If you have like a normal,
Yes, no
quote
spoilers.
unquote normal schedule for finishing games, which for me it's at least about like a week, no matter how big or small. But yes, loved it, or loving it, I should say.
I saw you streaming it. I'll catch up on the stream, but I wanted to avoid it because I did want to have a virgin playthrough
Yeah,
first.
I watched other people get to as far as I did the night it came out, and I had to stop after that.
I don't know why, but the feline wearing like the ninja outfit is one of my favorite feline designs. I really like her design.
She's
And not
pretty
even
cool.
her
Rise.
specifically. There's like other ninja cats, like in Rise, the ninja cats are way
Yeah.
cooler.
Oh, the description on the video I think is still test stream. Please ignore. So I'm gonna go fix that.
I thought I
that's weird.
changed the description when I created the
Well,
event.
my notification, yeah, the notification might have been wrong for some reason.
I was-
Mine gets the wrong one sometimes.
So, I will. The marker we are heading to is what exactly?
We're heading into the Loloska region, which has a village called Kuan Village. We're on our way to go see an old Wyverian who specializes in bringing out the potential in monsters. And we're gonna see if he can A, show us if Ratha's power is actually the devastating, catastrophic power we've all been worried about. And if so, he might be able to basically suppress the ability.
Got it. Boom Headshot. I would like a Zynoger Transformer. That's a good one, Boom Headshot.
That would be cool.
Actually, I need to go back and look at your username. Are you Boom Headshot like 420? Oh my god, you are Boom Headshot.
Nice.
420. I'm not gonna. We know it's you. What, the O's are zeros, the E is a 3.
Hey,
NoobTube,
YouTube.
it turns out it was there's a field for go live notification for Twitch, and that was still set to test stream, please ignore, because I guess Restream doesn't recognize that field yet.
Oh, Loloska looks beautiful.
Ooh, I like this. I wish I could play here like in Rise.
Okay, so we need to add to our workflow that the go live notification needs to be updated before the streams.
I think that's something, I think that's relatively new, because
New.
I think before it used to be the description was your notification, and it would just send out the description.
Gotcha.
If I remember correctly.
So yeah, this is...
Yeah, we're doing hot mist instead of hot drinks.
Yep.
Huh.
And then there's a hot region that basically you use cooling mist or something like cool mist or something like that.
Gotcha. The cool mist I get, because it's like, oh, you spritz yourself, you cool down. Hot mist.
Yeah.
What
Ooh.
do we think that is?
Brand new region, and first thing I see is a rare den.
Oh, Golden!
Ooh.
Woo! Okay, we're in a cold. First den, rare monster, but what could it be? Maybe it's a Lagombi, maybe it's
Say
a
Legiana, maybe Legiana,
ooh, yeah.
whoever. Oh, it's a Anjanath.
I mean, that's just a random monster wandering around the den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NoobTube, QOTD is quote of the day.
I think they were asking what that is. Do we have a quote of the day, or am I missing something?
Is it
Pokeblocks Gaming says the inside of those little hand warmers.
You're just
That's honestly, I prefer
we're
that. to
breaking
hot
up the
mist.
bottle and just spraying that shit on yourself. Ah, my eyes.
You just turn one of those like 0-degree sleeping bags into a coat,
Yeah, yeah.
like a big
Wait.
puffy coat.
So, Do we ever do like a quote of the day? I think I'm missing something because that's why I
We
didn't.
don't.
I don't think we do.
I think that was why I was confused by the question, was because I wasn't aware of anything that would be.
No. I can look one up real quick.
Oh, I usually go to time.is. I think they have one every day.
These are some basic questions.
They're not good.
Oh, okay, here's one by Roy Lichtenstein. Art doesn't transform, it just plain forms. Eh.
Yeah. One by Roald Dahl on time.is. We have so
You know
much
what? What is
time,
today?
it's
Today
a
is
little
National
blue.
Indigenous
Strike that,
Day, right?
reverse
Let's
it.
let's
That's
get
cool.
an Indigenous quote.
Yeah.
Huh?
Today is National Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let's do that instead.
Oh, NoobTube, sorry. Question of the day. Oh, okay. The question of the day is, what Monster Hunter monster you would want to be made into a Transformers crossover figure? If you're trying to get that Transformers Earthrise thrust, the first giveaway entry of the week is by answering this question. What Monster Hunter monster would you want made into a Beast Wars style Transformer? But for our quote of the day, let's see. Oh, how about this one? We are not myths of the past, ruins in the jungle, or zoos. We are people, and we want to be respected, not to be victims of intolerance and racism. That is by Rigoberta Menchú.
Seems reasonable.
Rigoberta Menchú is a kitschy, I'm probably mispronouncing that, kitschy maybe, Guatemalan human rights activist, feminist, and Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Menchú has dedicated her life to publicizing the rights of Guatemala's indigenous peoples during and after the Guatemalan Civil War, and to promoting indigenous rights internationally.
Oh yeah.
She is 62. She received the Nobel Prize in 1992. I've never been to Guatemala.
I have not.
I'm gonna drop a picture of her and her family.
I learned something interesting while doing some research for my somewhat Australia-themed D&D campaign. So I don't know if anyone else ever had this be like the mascot for Australia, sort of. At least when I was growing up in elementary school, the one structure they'd always put on like the maps where they just show one landmark to represent the country or region or whatever. There's that big rock formation in Australia, like the really big one. That's like just like a giant rock. Does anyone recall that? I think I might be able to find a picture of it. Yeah, Uluru, exactly, Pokeblocks. So there was this big rock structure, or there still is, called Uluru. Well, it was called Ayers Rock up until a few years ago, or at least it was more commonly referred to. But apparently, up until I think 2016, 17, you could not climb, or you could climb on top of it. But indigenous people have been fighting for decades to get people to stop, because they view it as a spiritual like rite of passage for only like certain people in their collective.
And I could see tourists like not caring as much about the
Yeah.
formation, and like they're eroding it, they're marking it, that shit happens in like fucking Yellowstone. I couldn't imagine how bad it would be for like if it's
Yeah.
a giant national monument and a holy site for certain people.
Yeah, I found that interesting because I didn't realize that people even, did climb on it. I thought if you did, you were like a researcher or something. So that was a very interesting thing to learn about indigenous people. It sucks that it took so long for the government of Australia to recognize that, but it's cool
Yeah.
that they have it now.
Yeah, as an American, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle a racist, but Australia does have a lot of problems with the way they treat indigenous people.
Yeah, Pokeblocks. It was the original name. I think is Uluru. It's the colonists' name for that structure was Ayers Rock, and then people realized, oh, that's bad. Actually, we shouldn't call it that. Also, a lot of good travel documentaries about Australia in general on YouTube. Just like people taking their own like personal like travel videos and stuff. Some really, really interesting topography in that country. Or that country. Well,
I've been to Australia, but that was when I was too young to really remember. You were wrecking this Anjanath, by the way. Yes.
yeah, you were
nice.
destroying that Anjanath.
So NoobTube, I do see your entry. Devil Joe from War for Cybertron Kingdom Megatron. I like that, especially because that's like Kingdom Megatron is already a T-Rex, so it's not like it's really just you'd remold the head and then the tail to make the tail a lot like thicker and longer. But I dig it. Bringing the, I mean, fuck it. If we're gonna have a deep educational day, let's have a deep educational day. Bringing things a little closer to home. So Tom and I live in Ohio. If you don't know, Ohio is a state in the United States, and it is called a Midwestern state. It's
some regarded as a bad move, but yes.
Yeah. It's just south of the Great Lakes. And I was doing some reading last year, I think, and I realized that we unfortunately don't have any federally recognized Native American tribes in Ohio because when Ohio was the frontier and then after it was settled, Native American, like the removal of Native Americans from Ohio was very stringent. Before the American Revolutionary War, we had like tribes of Shawnee, Miami, Ohio
is one of the biggest, I think.
Yeah, we're named after the Miami. Parts of us are named after the Miami Native Americans. I think there's also Senecas and the Ottawas. Those are the ones I remember the most. I'm sure there's other tribes.
There's a map someone made of all the indigenous tribes, like where they reside or did reside. I'll have to find that and put that in chat.
Yeah.
But yes, Pokeblocks, this is the one where all the astronauts escape from.
Yes, I believe we have supplied the most astronauts to the United States as well as the most presidents. But yeah, so oh, go ahead.
So
what are we fighting? Is it a special Nargacuga?
No, so I grabbed an egg. Guess what it is?
Oh. Okay. Tom, I think you got to guess because I think I know this one already.
Guess what? What monster it is?
Yeah, what monster is in the egg?
Oh, okay, I see. Burning Brute Wyvern egg. So it's a Brute Wyvern, right? Or Wyvern.
Mm-hmm.
But in the name doesn't necessarily... Does it correlate to what, like, element or what the monster
I
is?
think it does, yes. Somewhat. It's not 100%. What I've noticed is the coloration and the name tends to correlate to what is inside the egg.
Brute Wyverns are... Diablos is technically one, right? I'm trying to get a gauge for what they look like.
Diablos, I don't think is. Diablos is a pseudo wyvern. Brute wyverns are
really
Devil Joe types.
Right, like the big Glavenus maybe? Is Glavenus in this game?
Glavenus is a brute wyvern, is a brute wyvern, but Glavenus is not what's inside this egg.
Okay. I was gonna say because brute wyverns, I think of like the chicken model, but not bird wyverns. The
T-Rexy monsters. There's Baroth, there's Brachydios, Devil Joe.
I mean, like Brachydios.
Stuff that walks on two legs.
Oh. I'm trying to think of other fiery root wyverns. If they're even Basarios or Gravios, maybe. One of them has fire, but I don't think that they're.
So they aren't brute wyverns. It's weird that brute wyverns weren't introduced until Generation 3, so the Gen 2 monsters that could be brute wyverns aren't considered them because they have wings. Brute wyverns never have wings.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one because I'm actually gonna look at a list of just brute wyverns and see which one it could be.
If you look at the list, I think you'll guess it pretty quickly.
I know it's one that I'm missing. Oh, what is there certain gens you said that aren't in?
You have seen the monster today.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you made that a little too easy.
Well, I was trying to like that. That's like
I haven't been paying attention as much as I. Oh. Yeah, I guess it would be. Assuming we're talking it's Anjanath, right?
Yes.
See, when I think of Anjanath, I forget that it's kind of like I think maybe it's Gravios or Basarios, another one that has like a single fire attack, but it doesn't really seem like it's the element. Like Rathalos, you see it and it's red.
Yeah.
Associate red with fire. I would not have thought of Anjanath as being
Snowball kitty.
elemental.
Oh my god, that's cute. He when he's like papoosed up like that, he's cuter. This is a different Wyverian than before, right? Or is this the same lady, just
Same
new
one.
outfit?
Just new
Okay.
outfit.
Gotcha.
Oh, Alucard, you're already on your third playthrough of Dread. That would be me if I didn't have to work or do things on the weekend. I'd be on my third playthrough easily. I'd be doing the sub 2 hour or whatever, or I guess sub 4 hour in this case maybe. Hey, Guns Pony. Cheryl, to put it shortly, my Australia campaign in Dungeons and Dragons is it's a hex crawl campaign that is drop in and drop out, based on a mechanic that I created through one of my player characters turned NPCs. It is a campaign where there's no real linear story. It is a West Marches type campaign where there is a frontier town on a continent that is the only known settlement, and they go to this town and they do a lot of these bounties and they do all of these things to help out the citizens, as well as help the main NPC do some research on the flora and fauna there. Zamtrios. Can't wait for him to blow up like a balloon. The best part.
I love his little like looks, like the way he tilts his head. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I love how they keep the animations from the games too. Oh, Cheryl, you were in a West March campaign for 5 years? I would be interested to hear more about that.
Yeah, I've played in one, but I've played in it for a short amount of time. I'm more of a narrative player, so it was hard for me to stay interested. It ended up for me feeling a little repetitive, but I totally get like there's infinite ways to play different tabletop RPGs, and D&D counts as that. So
right, there's different players and they have their different preferences.
Alright. Time for Piglet and I to fight
mess this dude up. Have you? I forget. Zamtrios is not in the Rise. You haven't actually fought against Zamtrios before this game. Like you played it. Is there Tiger Stripe Zamtrios in this game?
Not that I know of.
I don't know if I ever fought Tiger Stripe. I wish that I had.
Tiger Stripe was in
Nate's here,
4
and so is
Ultimate.
Hi, hello, how are you today? Everyone's showing up. The gang's all here.
Hey, hi, hello, how are you today?
I
figured. I know last Monday was a light day, but that was mostly probably because we didn't have YouTube working, and it was the first one back from hiatus.
An unexpected break at that.
Yeah, I like his ability to get the snow all up on him. Yeah, Nate, I think we are kind of going with D&D stories.
Cheryl says Skybite from Zamtrios is my pick.
Oh, okay. So Skybite is not. It's Sky. Okay, I'm gonna get into technicalities. One that is totally a valid and amazing pick.
We're not talking about Skybite like the person that chose
So
up for our
Skybite, the
right?
person,
Friend?
his parents named him after Skybite, the Transformers character.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool parents.
Yeah.
My friend Goku.
So Skybite is from the Transformers show Robots in Disguise, also known in Japan as Car Robots. The toy is a Transmetal 2 Cyber Shark from the Beast Wars line that was repainted because the Car Robots toy line for Transformers only had 2 new toys in it. There was the Fire Truck Optimus Prime and the 10 mode changing Megatron, which was insane. Everything else in that toy line was a repaint or maybe a remold of other characters. I think it was just repaints. And Skybite was a repaint of a Beast Wars character that turns into a shark. So you'd essentially tweak him a little bit to give him, instead of a tail, he'd have like legs. But I could see, yeah, Zamtrios could be Skybite. I dig it. You're in.
Nate, if you want to tell D&D stories, feel free. Cheryl is here, so
Oh my.
chat is also allowed to talk amongst themselves too.
Big boy
My
Zamtrios. Big
Oh, that's big
Zamtrios.
boy. It's big boy season.
Yeah, big boy season. Big boy hunting.
Oh my God, look at him.
Cheryl, not a big story to tell. Oh, for your West Marches campaign? Gotcha. Yeah,
That's
it's
still
not
that's nice though.
everything-
Oh, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's nice to know that people do play those kind of campaigns for a long period of time because my campaign does not have a linear story. There is no real end to it. There is just characters that have their own demeanors and desires, and stuff just sort of happens. And so that
Yes.
story can go on as long as those people want to play in that game, which I
Yeah.
like because it's not about having like a beginning and an end. It's more about letting them do sort of what they want within the certain confines, and then the story makes itself from their actions.
Yeah, and I like to play new characters. And wait, what's she riding?
Who's
Is
that?
that a Barioth?
Yep.
Is that a hunting one?
Oh yes, Barioth.
So we have a Varioth rider showing up, and she is actually from the first game.
Oh, old barreled.
Is she like a protagonist from the first game, or?
She was one of the characters that you encountered along the way. Yeah, she was a big part of the story for like the cold region, but
Now remind me. I think we looked it up before. Did you tell me that we're not in the same part of the world as the first game, or is that
We-
not true?
we're in the same. So there's some overlap. She's from the. From what I'm
Animation's
trying to
dope.
remember. I know, right? Like the combined
shonen.
kinship attacks are always pretty. If you're grinding a lot, it can be a pain, but
Yeah.
oh, Piglet! Oh,
I dig it. There's no way to skip the animation if you're grinding.
oh, there is. Which is something I usually do, but
I'm imagining like what's that setting in the old Pokemon games? Maybe it's still around where like you can skip the battle animation entirely and just do it through a menu like on the overworld. Is it? I don't know if I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
but I think
You could
do that.
skip animations. I think you could make it all static.
Well, yeah,
in, like, the
yeah,
options.
make it static and have it be like less involved.
yeah.
So this character that has joined up with us, one, love her giant fuck off hammer.
Yeah.
It's her hunting horn, actually.
Very good.
Oh, it's a hunting horn. Love Barioth in general. I'm pretty sure there's an amiibo of her and Barioth that now maybe I need to go fucking hunt down. I'm sure that's not stupid expensive 3 years later or whatever.
Hi,
it is.
hello, how are you today? I think is asking about the question of the day, which I guess we have now, which I'm going to make a thing.
Yeah. The question of the day is which Monster Hunter monster would you like to see made into a Transformers crossover Transformer? So that's why people are listing stuff. So, okay, so you're saying Tigertron from Barioth. I like it. Tigertron was an original Beast Wars character. He turned into a white tiger. So I've not too much of a stretch to turn him into a Barioth. Hi, hello. How are you today? Gotcha. So Osprey, based on Nate, love the enthusiasm. You are not eligible to enter the contest. Osprey,
Almost.
is this character significantly older than she was in the first game, or are we thinking these games are pretty close together?
Pretty close, I'm guessing, based on the fact that Naviro doesn't seem that much older and wiser.
Gotcha.
And she looks about the same age. I'm guessing it's been a few years, but not much more than that. I don't know if it said anywhere. Even if I could enter the contest, I don't know enough about Transformers to say the Transformers side of, because
Yeah.
okay, you're probably gonna be sad about this, but I have never seen any Transformers thing ever.
I'm not. I mean, a different media for different folks. I know we've talked about shows a couple times. Like, if you ever wanted, I could probably recommend you, hey, check out this Transformers show if you're curious. But I'm not an evangelist about it. I enjoy Transformers in my own way.
That's fair.
I don't, yeah. But yeah, so if you're picking Silver Wing Nargacuga, my recommendation to you would be Ravage, who shared a body with Transmetal 2 Cheetor from season 3 of the Transformers. I think that's who I'd pick to turn into a Nargacuga.
Okay.
Valstrax, Nate. Valstrax. I mean, the Valstrax is a pretty cool dragon. Maybe Valstrax would be a Starscream because he's got like fucking scramjet engines in his wings.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be really, really cool.
And yes, Zamtrios 100% looks like a Street Shark.
He really does.
I love that. I love the finishing move that Barioth has, and I like that Barioth kept his teeth together. I always feel bad. That's a like very painful break for me to do on Barioth's face.
Yeah.
Oh, season 2 for Ravage. Hey, Grimlock Brachidios, that's not a bad one either, Nate.
Yeah,
That's not a bad one either. Did I miss it? Oh, Cheryl says, my Icewind Dale campaign kind of became West March's style too.
Nice.
Oh, you finished your Icewind Dale campaign. Awesome. I know you might have been doing yours weekly. We're still chugging along. We're doing ours bi-weekly, and with the wedding and all sorts of stuff, we haven't played in a little while. We are playing this Saturday, though, at our regular time, and I'm looking forward to getting back into things.
I need to catch up on what all's going on. I meant to make a spreadsheet of all the different D&D campaigns we have going on, like streamed or not, because I get confused when people are saying, oh, we're playing this Saturday. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden is not being broadcast or anything. We talk about it every now and then, but...
We have Mad Max's, the MMMM one, and then is there a second one?
Nate does, I guess I don't want to... Nate, I'll let you say what, if you want to share what's coming up. Or
Right, and we have that as well. I figured we have 2, I think, that we
Talk
put out
about.
to the public, yeah, in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
力を制御するその竜神ってもしかしてああ
Yeah, I like her outfit. I like her and her berry
very
off.
cool.
I might try and find that amiibo.
It's
I don't
appropriate for
have
the area too.
any
It's
of
kind
the
of
Monster Hunter
Breath of the
Stories
Wild.
amiibo, but I gotta be good about my budget for a while and pay off some of these post-wedding bills. So, can Ratha stretch his wings all the way?
Nope.
Okay.
They showed
Aw.
that when he hatched. That's why he fell, and you had to catch him.
Yes, I remember. Okay, I remember that now. I thought that was the case, but I couldn't 100% remember. Yeah. So, oh god, oh, she's hungry. Okay.
Yeah, they were just discussing whose stomach rumbled.
Yeah.
Classic anime topic. Food. It would be cool if there was like a Monster Hunter Builders type thing where you could use the help of monsters in the way that this game does to like help build stuff around the village. And you could have like a sea village, or you could have like a mountain village. Go to different biomes, and different monsters could help in different ways.
Yeah, I think that would be like expanding the world of Monster Hunter outside the hunts. I think is a very cool gameplay opportunity for Capcom.
Showcase more of like how civilization interacts with the monsters. I think that would be really cool, and a good way to redeem all the death that we've done so far.
Yeah.
Alucard, I just bought some for myself and Cameron, actually.
Yeah!
GameStop's website had them in stock. Because I waited too long to pre-order the special edition because I forgot pre-ordering was a thing until like a month after the announcement. So when I went to go pre-order it, all the special editions were gone, which I'm not too upset about. But I went back to GameStop's website last week, and they had some in stock. I don't know if they're still there. I'm sure once like Reddit and some other places catch wind of it, they'll be out of stock. But I did get the Dread Amiibo. I'm just waiting for them to come in. Not that I like the bonuses that Samus Returns had. I didn't use them much. I don't think I'll need them for Dread, but I love the amiibos.
I don't even know what they do, but I just like them as cool little statues.
I think a few of them, well, it's the same case where I have the Ridley from Smash Brothers amiibo, and I think if you use the other Metroid themes ones that aren't from Samus Returns, they do give you either like they replenish an energy tank or they replenish some missiles. I think in this game, there's two amiibos, and one replenishes an energy tank or all your energy, and the other one replenishes your missiles once a day.
Gotcha.
Yes, New 2 Dread is awesome. I love Dread. I would be willing to talk about Dread for a while. I have not beaten it yet though, so we are spoiler free. For the time being. So
I did recheck the timeline, and I know there's like discussion about canon of the timeline and where Prime sits in it.
Oh,
but
we're talking Metroid timeline? Oh, I'm ready.
Yes. My intention is the next Metroid game we play will actually not be Metroid 2, but
you want
Metroid
to do
Prime.
it in... Yeah, okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
If we do Prime, I
For
have
some
to be
reason,
there for that.
Metroid and Resident Evil, those things are important to me. Not so much Zelda, even though I love the Zelda franchise. I don't need to play them in timeline order.
The stories it doesn't really carry over much.
I think Hannah has dibs on the next game we play for player guides. But then after that, unless we feel strongly about another game, I think it'll be Metroid Prime time.
Oh yeah, if we do Prime, I will be there for every episode. I think I replayed Prime in January of this year, and then I did Super Metroid in June.
Are we in Avinia's? We're approaching Avinia's village now.
Yep.
I like it.
Oh, I see. This is. Have we been here before?
Nope.
No. I mean, I think you have in the first Monster Hunter stories. Maybe.
I know I've been to the cold region she's from. I don't recall if I went to her specific village. It's been literally years since I played the game. The first one. So there's a lot that's kind of missing memory-wise.
I like it though. The architecture and stuff, it seems like they managed to make it distinct from Poke Village, which is the other winter mountain town. So I like that it still has its own identity. Oh, Kieran. Yeah, no, I know the Monster Hunter Stories like original amiibo are Japanese only, and they're out of print, so I'm sure they're stupid expensive. I probably won't pick them up. I'm happy enough with. I really like. I like the. I like it when I can get an amiibo on sale or at retail. Sometimes the aftermarket is that's just out of my price range.
Yeah,
We
especially for Smash ones.
Oh,
We have
okay,
4
got some
eggs.
Oh, you got 4 eggs. Have you been so
Okay.
wait, when you get an egg, can you just like collect it and then sit on it for as long as you want?
As long as you have room in your carton.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that first one is
Sweet.
that's like it's a herbivore, right? It's
Kuliaku, maybe? Is that in this game?
no, I think it's an Apsaros. It's like a
You can get the small
ankylosaur.
monsters too. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's probably either an Apsaros or a. Yeah.
or wait, where did we?
that
Oh,
one was.
or what's a Kestodon? Maybe.
So this one I got in the same place I fought the Palumu. This one I got earlier today when I was grinding for the Rathian
Oh, I know what all
armor.
these are now.
Okay,
So
That's a same.
that's Amtrios. Yeah, that's the easy one.
I think that could be
gotta-
a Barioth.
Yeah, I would think Barioth.
okay, let's see.
Well, wait. Barioth is a pseudo wyvern, not a fanged beast. It's white and purple. If it's white and purple, that's my guess would be Lagambi. If it's a fanged beast, it's a Lagambi.
Okay.
And then that middle one is we already said that one was Anjanath, right?
All right. So first egg.
First egg. Come on up, Saros. Hey! Oh, look at him. So
He's
cute.
so adorable. And Anjanath
Oh,
is so cute as a baby.
Yeah, the big head look
his
really
nostrils
cute on him.
are cartoonish.
Reminds me of Chomper from
His feet. Oh yeah, Chomper from
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time. Yeah.
All right. This one was gonna be pretty obvious, so baby's a. Oh, that's quite the jaw.
His eyes aren't even like developed. Or I guess does Amphrios have pupils?
I don't believe. Nope.
Oh, I guess it doesn't. Maybe not. I'm just trying to think about whether or not it does. I also
like-
love how they have to place the saddle thing like before the fin. Because obviously you'd have to.
All right, and then this one.
I think maybe a
Hey!
Oh,
It's an-
Lagambi. I forgot it's kind of purple. Yeah.
It's an adorable baby Lagambi.
Yeah, it was a toss up for me. I don't remember if
Better
the
Balloon, but it's not frozen.
no, because that's not a Fang Beast either. Fang Beast are like they're the bears. They're
Right. Oh, like Arzuros and Volvidon.
yeah.
Yep. So I'm not gonna lie. I hate Lagambi in the main games. Lagambi looks awful in the main games to me. In
Yeah,
this
it's like a
game,
oversized
I
rabbit.
absolutely love it.
I don't hate Lagambi. I like beating up on Lagambi, but that's not really a look thing.
Like, I could pet this Lagambi happily.
Yeah, cute. This one's cute.
Yeah.
Boom Headshot. I forgot Kid Icarus had multiplayer. That's Kid Icarus for the 3DS, right?
Yeah, that one was 3DS. The one that Tom and Kieran are talking about was for regular DS. I remember I played a little bit of the multiplayer. I did beat Hunters, and I had a lot of fun with Hunters.
I get stuck
like-
on the same boss every time. I got stuck on that boss when I was 12. I got stuck on it when I was like 19.
Which one? The eyes thing?
It's one of the tower ones. Like the bosses, I'll say this for that game: the bosses were boring. They were very
Yeah,
boring.
they were all the same.
and they were very
kinda
samey.
fight.
There was the tower one, and there was like the floating eye one. There was a tower one right toward the end, like right before you fight like Goria, whatever her name is. But I could never beat it. I can't like. There's a part on the tower that's so high up, and the DS just can't like. Your aiming like reticle would only go up in certain like increments, and I couldn't hit it, and I could never beat the boss.
Yeah.
But continue your thought.
I don't remember. Oh, I liked the alternate hunters that you got to meet, and then there was Silex
Silex, yeah, who is still potentially
at large.
future
Prime
adversary.
4.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
A certain post-credit scene in a certain game. Yeah.
if they, I guess this is not a spoiler for Dread because we knew this going in. It's part of the like trailer. But if they brought the X Parasite back for Dread, I can't imagine them not bringing Silex back for Prime 4.
Yeah. I mean, they brought the Chozo back. That's huge to me. But I always
Yeah.
loved Trace. Trace was great because it was the sniper rifle power up. I
Is
loved
Trace the ant alien? Like it's
yeah,
like
the red
colony,
one.
Yeah.
They all had their own color, and then I always liked the rock guy was good too, the orange one. But it was a great game because it showed other like lone wolf entities in the Metroid universe that do their own thing. And I was like, that's kind of cool because they don't really show a lot of these other races, but in Corruption they show a little bit of Rudis, and all the other guys.
Mount Lavina. That's where we're headed next.
Mhm.
So, Osprey, have we figured out anything about what the cause of the holes opening up is yet?
Nope. So Avina's just been explaining that her village was previously destroyed during the events, or around the events of the previous game in the series. And
Yes.
with the pits opening up, everybody's worried that the village is going to get destroyed again.
Cheryl is asking about our campaigns whenever we want to take a second to talk about how those are going in general. Fire, that was his name, yeah.
So, I don't remember the last time I gave an update on Rime of the Frostbane, but essentially the party is about to start a new chapter in the book. They have decided that they are going to strike out into Sunblight Citadel. They haven't started that journey yet, but they want to go stop the Dark Dwarves, the Duragar, who are planning an attack on Icewind Dale. That's where that campaign is. Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries has just started a Shonen tournament arc. Which that episode will be up for like a month or so. But Nate can actually speak a little bit about that. I think it's going over pretty well. Everyone seems pretty happy about it, and it's an opportunity for me to weave some interpersonal drama with like. It's essentially I'm making it very anime. There are rivals. There's like
there's the ringers, the round one guys that go down super easy.
Yeah, it was literally for us. It was casual. It was like a bowling league. Like you have the casual bowlers who like show up at the beginning and then they drop off because they get stomped by the people who take it seriously. So it was a bunch of orcs in bowling shirts.
I see.
They were round one. It is a dynamic tournament, so it's a single elimination bracket, and I am rolling to see who wins between the NPC fights. I'm rolling that kind of in a bridged combat to make it faster, to not waste everyone's time. But it is live, and then each round has an hour between it, so there's time, just enough time for the party to short rest between rounds, and then also, if they are clever, they can scout out the competition to get an edge on their next match, things like that.
I went to, brief aside, I went to TV Tropes and looked up Tournament Arc, and there is an entry for it, which I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah.
post to the chat just because it's fun. If you've never looked at TV tropes before, the articles read kind of weird, but it's a very good brief description about what a tournament arc is in anime. It's very good.
Yeah.
If we're talking tropes, there's one series I like to watch on YouTube.
Love fucking tropes.
It's by Overly Sarcastic Productions, and
Yes!
it's called Trope Talk.
Yes.
I hear about them.
I love them. I love both of them. I love their history talks and their trope talks.
I haven't been able to focus well enough for the history talks, but I have been gobbling up. Well, I've gobbled up most of the myths and most of the trope talks.
Yeah, the miscellaneous myths are awesome, and I dig
like-
the trope talks.
I've recognized a lot of tropes.
I really appreciate some of the insights on the tropes that come up during the trope talk, which I need to see if I'm behind on those.
I think they do it weekly, so like I'm
probably behind then.
they just did one on fridging, which I appreciated. Like I know the concept. Yeah, Nate actually is the one that got me on Overly Sarcastic Productions. He introduced me
That's
to
right.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot.
But yeah, Red, she's awesome. And it's interesting for me, it's interesting to hear her view on who is this frozen looking mother. Like that's I love that mustache.
He's the chief of Avena's village.
I dig it. God, Naviru.
I kind of hate this cat.
Someone actually knows him. This is the validation he doesn't need in his life.
Yeah.
I've got a general question for chat. Has anyone played that new Nickelodeon Smash Brothers clone that I keep hearing so much about? I've seen a lot of really dumb videos about it, and it seems like a fun time. If it captures the original magic of Smash Brothers, where I don't care about being efficient and I can just throw items at friends, that'd be great.
Yeah,
So-
if it's Smash Bros, how bad could it possibly be?
I really want to get back into Smash Brothers, but only in the way that I used to play it when I was 6.
So did either of you catch and just giving Naviru so much shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Oh,
it.
what happened?
Yeah, I needed it. It gave me life.
So Enya was like, "Oh, so you weren't exaggerating when you said you were a legendary."
Yeah, you weren't full of
feline.
garbage.
And it gets better. Naviru was like, "What do you take me for, a liar?" And Enna's like, "Yes."
I dig it. Yeah, it's so good.
And now everybody thinks I'm the protagonist from the first game because Naviru interrupted Enna saying, "Hey, this isn't the same writer."
Now they can't recognize because you don't look like him, right?
Right, so they didn't actually meet this writer.
Oh, he never came to the. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he never came to the village. The only person that would be able to correct Naviru would be
Avina, who wasn't with
Avina.
us.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And when Enna tried to say, "Hey, this is a different writer, same feline, different writer," Naviru spoke over her and interrupted her before she could get it out.
Naviru, dude. It's 2021. Can't be doing that shit.
Get with the times.
I know, right?
But going back to Overly Sarcastic Productions, they did one on fridging recently, which I really dug. Because like I knew what it was, but it was a good. I love their breakdowns. And then Red, because I believe she's asexual. So her,
Oh, me too.
like, she mentions, and she mentions like that she doesn't really connect personally to like romantic subplots in stuff. So it's always interesting to hear like her view kind of as a like self-described like outsider of like, okay, this is like stuff that people take for granted in like a romantic subplot that like for me doesn't connect with. And I thought that was interesting because like
Wait,
okay, go ahead.
was the term ace or arrow? So there's
Yeah.
a
Yes,
romantic.
they're two different things.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Okay.
which one she used.
Because I still go for romance.
Yes.
But I'm
Maybe she's
asexual.
both.
It's it's possible. Like
Yeah.
like I'm demi-romantic, which means I have to have an emotional connection before I experience romantic attraction.
Right.
And then I just don't experience sexual attraction.
Right.
So I wanted to clarify because you mentioned romantic subplots, and I was like, "What's that got to do with?"
Yeah.
I can only badly paraphrase what she said, so I'll avoid doing that. I'll just say I don't 100% remember her self descriptor.
Okay.
Boom Headshot. Yeah, I saw that they had like multiple Avatar characters. I mean, I saw all the SpongeBob characters and stuff, but apparently they have like a bigger characters selection than I was imagining. I was thinking like Melee sized or even like Smash 64 sized.
There's like fucking I saw they cloned Jigglypuff as one of the Wild Thornberry characters or something. Like it's
I'd love
crazy.
to play Nigel Thornberry and literally smash people.
Yeah. Yeah, they went nuts.
Character list. I'm gonna read off some of these because if Pete and Pete are on there, fucking it's done. That's it. Danny Phantom, yeah, of course I expect that. Oh, that's right. TMNT is technically a part of that too, and so is Zim.
The
Weird.
Ninja Turtles, I expect.
April
Danny
O'Neil.
Phantom, like he's a superhero. Invader Zim, I get that one. Nigel Thornberry is a wild one for me.
The Loud House. Wasn't that a Disney cartoon? Am I thinking that right? Ren and Stimpy. Reptar's a fucking playable character? Hell yeah.
So we're heading to Loloska. Oh wait, now that we have Avina in our party, Osprey, does this mean we're going back to stomp on Tigrex, or we want to do something else first?
Let's go stomp on Tigrex. I need revenge.
Oblina from Real Monsters. Wow, what a pull, Nickelodeon.
So brain. Speaking of Smash, I need to unrusty myself on Smash Brothers and remember how
I will
to
never not
actually
be rusty at that.
So I used to be not like competitive good, but like I used to be semi decent. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Who are your
that-
mains?
I was considering myself casual good. I was like, I could do okay with Zero Suit, who's my favorite, but it's been so long now that everyone knows like a little bit of FGC stuff, and I'm in the dark. Yeah, who are your mains?
So I've done a little bit of Ike, I've mostly done Fire Emblem
Love Ike.
characters, if I'm being honest. I kind of made Chrome a little bit, Robin.
I liked Roy and Lucina for a bit.
Yeah, this last time I played, I was trying to get good at Corrin.
Oh, I can never. Yeah, Corrin is a cool character. I like Corrin and Robin are like very cool, but they have so many options for attacks. I'm just like, I can't. I gotta play like the dumber characters that only really have like the same attack but aerial this time.
So when I was younger, Ike was my go-to.
Oh, I loved Ike. I like playing baseball with Ike.
Alright. Let's see if we can take out Tigrex this time.
Yeah.
And get my revenge.
It's funny that Ike was your go-to because he's a divine character. Like it's kind of funny to me because that's like what I know that like all the characters that you create in D&D and play as in D&D, as far as I know, that you've told me, end up being divine characters.
Well, divine or at least sorceress of origin.
Oh, okay, maybe okay.
I like my spell casting and I like my divine.
Like a lot of like paladins and clerics and things like that.
Primarily favored souls or Azamar flavor.
Oh,
really.
like celestial. Okay.
Yeah, kind of celestial, kind of divine. which is kind of hilarious, because while I was raised very religious, I completely left religion as an adult. So it's kind of ironic that, and yes, meta magic is good. But yeah, sorcerer is usually my go-to class. It's part of. I do really like Celestial Warlock though. I've been getting to play one for another campaign. And,
That is fun.
oh my gosh. Celestial Warlock is amazing.
Oh, it's
Yeah, do you want to... Is there anything you can share about that campaign? I know it's
Yeah.
kind of like from the Icewind Dale campaign from my perspective that I don't want to share too much since I didn't get everyone's permission, but is there anything you can share?
There's it's a homebrew setting, and we were starting off at level. Well, I was joining in at level 15 because it was already in
Ooh.
in progress.
Did you say 15?
Yeah, 15.
Ooh, nice. You get to enjoy some high-level play.
Yeah, the main thing I hate though is the fact that warlocks get like no spell slots.
What do you have, 3?
Yeah, there's a reason for it, but it is unfortunate.
The sting kind of gets taken away a little bit as you get I forget what they're called.
Yeah, invocations.
Yes, invocations.
Those are the bread and I really like. The cantrip play is great because obviously Eldritch Blast, but I love the invocations. I use those a lot on my whatever the Far Realm subclass is. I use those a ton.
I was not paying enough attention and missed that.
There's only one. You got it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm not assuming anything yet.
Osprey, Guns Pony, I think is asking you, is your character a Sorlock? Are you multi-classing?
Nope. Not multi-classing, just straight up Celestial Warlock.
Nice.
The book I'm excited for that's coming out in November is wait.
Oh,
Is it November that Strixhaven is coming out, or
there's what is the Feywild one? I think is out now.
yeah, the Feywild
Wild
one,
Beyond the
There's
Witchlight
something
came out,
Yeah.
and then I think
Treasury of Dragons.
Prismari, yeah. Maybe that's November?
I don't remember
Oh,
which
I
one.
think you're right, because they got delayed, didn't they?
Not that I had heard yet, but I'm excited for Strixhaven. I'm really excited for Strixhaven. I'm hoping they fix kind of the thematics they did with the
Oh no, yeah, so Strixhaven School of Mages, oh wait, no, sorry, I am looking at the Magic trading card set. not the book. It's an April 23rd, and I was like, that's not right.
Very often.
They're married pretty closely together now.
Yes. The big storm. Ooh, no, Ice Blast. I dig it. Okay, so currently Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons is coming out October 26th.
Oh, not heard of that. That's new.
And then Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos is coming out December 7th.
Ooh, okay.
It was delayed by 3 weeks, so it was supposed to come out in November, and now it's in December.
Okay. Darn it. Okay, so I'm really excited for Strixhaven. Like, I'm hoping, so the one, I looked at the UA for the subclass stuff that's going to be in there, and I'm kind of worried they don't have a good solution for, oh hey, this replaces your Sorcerer's Origin, because it doesn't really give any sort of explanation as to how it's a Sorcerer's Origin. Same for the Warlock Patron. I feel like it might have been better as background options, but I also
Yeah.
like they could. I feel like they should have done something slightly different, but I also do not have the skills or background to say what they might have been able to do.
Yeah, I've read some of the discourse online, and me not being a playtester myself, I've just like kind of nod my head and say, "Oh yeah, that seems unfortunate," but I'll wait and see how I actually experience stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the way the campaign looks to be set up. Like it's a source book, it's not an adventure book, but
Right.
what they said is they intend to have this structure for you to have a campaign that takes you up through X number of levels over the course of 4 years, which is like, I mean, they're doing right. It's Harry Potter without the disgusting turf bullshit,
Yeah, that's
which I'm looking forward to.
I wanted some. I've been itching for something to kind of just kind of fix that itch.
Yeah. Well, I know you get first right of refusal when Hannah starts up her Kids on Brooms campaign.
Oh, that's
which is
right,
a
yeah.
different system, but it's also the similar idea, which is people love Harry Potter and they think it's awesome, and they don't want to give J.K. Rowling money anymore because she sucks.
Or
So let's
social
make our
love.
own version. Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
that's the really, really hard part is I can't look anywhere online at a lot of stuff without seeing Harry Potter stuff, which is extremely unfortunate because at this point Harry Potter becomes just a sheer reminder of how much people absolutely hate the fact that people like me exist.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I think that it's a cool setting that has some cool lore to it, although there are some weird story elements that people bring up now, but it sucks that, you know, the turfiness has to be so prevalent throughout it now because the creator has decided to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think, a case of like, I read it when I was a kid and I just didn't pick up on things that now, reading it as an adult,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Some
no,
problematic.
she's like deep in like United Kingdom classism.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But that's why we have other settings and other games to replicate it in a better way.
yeah.
Yeah, so Strixhaven looks awesome.
Yeah, I am very, very excited. I really hope they, like, I'm really hoping it lives up to what I'm hoping for. Lorehold, huh? So, Guns Bunny, any particular reason? Yes!
Well, I've not heard of Lorehold.
Yeah, we did it!
Hey! My son is dead.
So,
That's okay. I've killed plenty of them because I love them.
So during this next week, I will try to beat it again, and this time
Oh, farm that gear.
get the egg.
Oh, yes.
I will hopefully by the next time I see y'all on stream next week, I will have a Tigrex in my party. But for now, because that would take forever.
I would love to see a Tigrex in the party.
Yeah. So for now, let's head back to Alcala. Or not Alcala. Loloska.
And while we do that, Okay, so I think the question was asked, which I kind of assumed it would. What house is everyone? And I assume we're talking about Strixhaven houses.
Yes.
I am not familiar enough with the setting to pick right away. Osprey, I'm assuming that you have one in mind. So why don't you start us off while I do some reading?
Okay. Also, I did in the tabletop channel on our Discord share a couple of links with information.
Yes.
So anyways, the house I would pick is Prismari, which is basically artistic and elementals, which
is that Sleeping Gameth?
Yes, that one's a
Oh,
royal
that's another
monster.
royal monster. Okay.
I'm not ready for that one.
Yeah, we're not going back to back. I hear you.
Maslo's more of a game off this.
Prismari, yes, they are. So in Magic terms, they are blue-red.
Yeah, there's color association, so now I am biased on a different level.
Tell me about Prismari.
So Prismari is heavily basically it's very artistic focused, it's very elemental focused. They often, like, one of the abilities they got in the Unearthed Arcana basically involved getting to dance with elemental power to prevent to like get over water and stuff like that. So artistic and elementals are like two of my big things, so Prismari it is.
Dig it.
Hey,
Arkham, how's it going? Arkham, if you are here, if you just joined us, I want to make sure you get the question of the day. If you answer this question, you get entered into the giveaway to win one entry into the giveaway to win Transformers Generations Earthrise Thrust. The question is, if you could pick your own Transformers crossover toy, and it had to be crossover with Monster Hunter, which Monster Hunter monster would you want to have a Transformers crossover toy of? While you're thinking about that, Osprey, Tom, and I are talking about the new Strixhaven book coming out December 7th for D&D. It's a new source book, and he's walking through his love of the Prismari house, which it's a really cool take on it. So, like, I guess I don't know what everyone's background with Magic the Gathering is. For me, my favorite settings were Dominaria, the main big one that they kind of have abandoned now, and then the Guild Pact, Ravnica. And so I associate blue-red with the Is It house, or Is It Guild, which are like crazy, mad scientists, bunch of insane engineers that manifest their blue-red in like barely controlling their crazy energies. And it's really neat the way you're describing the Prismari is the same blue-red, but a very different take on it. They're manifesting their passion in things like the arts and elemental powers. That sounds awesome.
Ooh, I'm looking at them now, and I played Magic a little bit, but not very competitively. Although I like that Witherbloom is a thing because it reminds me of the garbage collectors from Ravnica, whatever their name was.
Golgari,
yeah, which is just very good.
Osprey, do you have a character in mind for Prismari already?
Not yet. Some of it is, I want to see. So part of the hard part is normally I would do a sorcerer, but I don't know how to I don't know how to explain the fact that the character doesn't really have a sorceress origin at that point. If they do the Prismari subclass. So, like, that's...
Yeah, like how that final shakeout happens.
Yeah, and that would inform a lot about the character for me.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So,
I wonder if I could convince people to play a Strixhaven campaign with me, but everyone has to be a wizard. We're going.
So
I do that.
as things are in the UA, you lock out some of the house options that way.
Oh, houses are split along class. I guess I gotta read. I gotta read the UA documentation.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the magic side of it, just to get an idea of like, because the magic mechanics will sometimes tell you what you would do. I would probably, from a lore or like setting wise, would pick Quandrix. Although if I would not pick Quandrix if I was playing the card game, because I'm not smart enough with magic on that level to play Quandrix.
Oh yeah, they're the deep control house.
Yeah, with the blue-green, which the blue part of Quandrix I'm terrible at. I like shuffling your deck and going through your whole deck like it's a menu.
Oh my god, what a bunch of nerds.
Lore.
Quandrix is the college of numeromancy. Fucking dorks.
Oh yeah, ingenious math magicians. They're total nerds. Although I do love that
fractals as mascots.
The description for Witherbloom, this is on Magic the Gathering, magic.wizards.com. The first like sentence fragment of Witherbloom is Witherbloom are goth bio majors, which is just great. Like, what better way to get people to like that faction other than saying, "Oh, goth bio majors." People.
That is a really good sentence.
It's very good.
Cheryl,
you said Witherbloom is Golgari?
They're black green, which I think is because Golgari I think is blue.
Yeah.
Cheryl, yes, on Prismari, and yeah, the final
Prismari are
rules
cool.
will inform some of the choices. Because yeah, I do want to see how they go. I half wonder if response to the idea of the subclass thing is part of why it got delayed. Ooh, Catch-a-Watcha.
Yeah. Hey, Catch-a-Watcha. I think
nice.
Osprey is probably right. That does make a lot of sense.
So, Catch-a-Watcha is the only monster I've defeated in, I think, whichever one I have 3 deaths.
4 Ultimate.
4, yeah.
Catch-a-Watcha is the starter monster for 4 Ultimate.
One of the first ones that can travel through like the vines, like vertically too, which is cool.
That and like Great Jag. Yeah. It teaches you a lot about the verticality of the game.
So, yeah,
Is it to win it? Cheryl, I dig it. I like it.
Very good.
let's see, what was it? Great. Piglet.
Which house studies goblins and goblin culture? Because that in Magic, that's all I ever played were red aggro goblin decks. All I wanted was to get a billion goblins on the board and then swing with them with haste. That's all.
Seems like
that's the only way I ever played Magic the Gathering.
What's funny about these houses for only having 5 versus what Ravnica had more than 5 guilds, I think, right?
10. Yeah, they did every combination.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right. Cool.
Strixhaven only picked a subset of those.
It seems like the only actual like studying type are like the lore hold. Like they seem like a sort of like a Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, to use that analogy for the Harry Potter. They seem like the only ones that actually study anything. I mean, Quandrix has the math part, but they don't seem like they care about anything that's not expressed through like STEM stuff.
Interesting.
From what I'm seeing, what I like though is Prismari. The mechanics of like the card that they show is very cool because a lot of it is like the direct damage of red, but a lot of it's also very much like I'm going to take something away from you and also give you something, just for the sake of changing things up, which seems really cool. And I feel like they're going to express that in D&D too.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Osprey, do you play D&D or Magic the Gathering?
I think so.
That would be a funny question since that's how we met, is D&D.
Yeah. Do you play Magic the Gathering, or did you ever play Magic the Gathering?
I've done a little bit. I couldn't keep up with the lore.
It is a lot.
Oh, no one can.
I did.
Possible.
I did some. I never quite fully settled on a color. I think I did a little bit of blue-white and a little bit of blue-green, just because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. see.
So you know Strixhaven lore from reading about it since the D&D stuff came out.
Yeah,
You didn't play Strixhaven before.
So the
Gotcha.
2 links I sent in chat on
Yes.
those are all the research I've been able. Like that's all I know is the stuff that's on this.
Yep. The UA subclasses and then the article about the different houses lore-wise. Yeah, I'm tempted after I read what you sent me. I'm gonna, and this is on the Discord, by the way, everyone, on the Tabletop RPG channel. So if you want to, if you're curious about Strixhaven stuff, also you can see Osprey's links. He posted them right there. But I'm wondering after I read those two, if I'm still curious, I could probably dig deeper just on the Magic the Gathering lore side, because they do, for a trading card game, they do have a lot of lore.
Yeah.
But like I feel the same way as you, Osprey, in that I can't keep up with all of it. I gotta like pick and choose the planes I care about. So like if they come out with new Ravnica stuff, then I'll pay attention again. Otherwise, like I tend not to.
There's so many like different settings every expansion. It's really hard to keep up.
Okay, so while we're beating up on Quetzalwacha, I think I would make a change. I normally go red, but I like Prismari and I like Lorehold. I think I go Silver Quill this time.
They seem
The College of Eloquence. Because they have Inklings as mascots.
And they're not, what I like is that they are like they say like what, like the poetry and like the writer bit, but they're not the theater kids, because that's Prismari. So that makes the Silver Quill people the philosophy majors, essentially.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Magic the Gathering lore, so I need to click your link to figure out what classes can be Silver Quill. Because essentially, I feel like a lore bard is what Silver Quill is.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Wilhelm, the player character who I had to shelve to become a DM and ascend into godhood for Max's Bad Mythic Mercenaries, was a lore bard that he was... I was going to have a lot of fun with him, and now he's kind of the man behind the desk. So I'm reading up a little bit on these subclasses now.
You know what?
So we got Quetzalwacha. We got some new gear.
I was just about to say, I guess what I forgot to check was what gear I could do.
Can we build Tigrex? Oh, we can.
Not quite.
That's
Yeah,
it.
no, okay.
I haven't gotten a Hermitar yet. But I can build Anjanath armor now.
Gotcha.
What skills does it
Okay,
have?
so I'm trying to understand here. Using these subclasses. Unlike regular subclasses, the options presented here are designed to be compatible with multiple classes. I like that idea that like they're kind of class agnostic. When you choose a subclass for your character, for example, and bards like fit the best into this because they literally, or wizards, like, and that's the two examples they gave. It's like, oh, you can pick your, instead of a bardic college, you pick a Strixhaven college, or instead of a wizard's arcane tradition. But like you said, Osprey, it doesn't make as much sense for, they're not genetic, but classes that like have like different roots. I guess I wonder if warlocks, it's like the because each college is run by an elder dragon. I wonder if like if you're a warlock, if that elder dragon becomes your patron, and that's how they do it. Here's what their example is for sorcerer. How the subclass manifests in your character's story is up to you, and that's the part, Osprey, that you're hoping to get more guidance on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps your sorcerer's innate spark of elemental magic has been determinedly honed by this school ever since they first showed arcane potential. Yeah, see, that's not replacing. That feels like that description, the example they give is like adding on. It's like, here's your sorcerer's origin, and then the school refined it. It's not the same.
I like that though. It gives you like more depth to the backstory about it too.
Or your warlock eschewed their patrons' usual boons for learning these more esoteric manifestations of power. So see, like that they could have. That was like, I feel like that's a low ball they could have knocked out of the park Like,
Yeah.
or your warlock pledged themselves to the patron of the college, you know?
Yeah.
I like this one. Maybe your druid chose to attend university instead of joining a druidic circle. Mom, Dad, I got something to tell you. I want to go to college.
Not the college you're thinking of, though.
Yeah, but Franthamfell, we've been a warden of these forests for generations. I gotta move to the big city, Mom and Dad. I gotta get out of this one tree town.
One tree town.
Yeah. They haven't been doing it. They haven't been doing a good job taking care of the forest. It's all down to one tree. It's actually how Ravnica works. Ravnica is a fully metropolized plane. The entire planet is one big city, and there is one tree in Ravnica, but it is the world tree. It's the only tree left.
Okay.
So druids in Ravnica have a pretty hard time.
I mean, life isn't just trees.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
You like there are biomes that don't really have trees.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, I guess that's true. We stereotype druids as being of the trees, but there's a lot more out there in the world.
Desert and Arctic ones.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're a mage of Lorehold, you can be a bard, a warlock, or a wizard. And they're concerned with forces that underlie and drive history. So that makes sense. Lore bard, it's right in the name. Warlock and wizard, yeah, okay. That one makes sense to me. Get an ancient companion. That's kind of cool. You get a little construct buddy. Okay. Prismari, the one that you're thinking, Osprey. Oh, it's only druid, sorcerers, and wizards. Okay, so you do get access to sorcerer, but that's what you're trying to figure out is how are they going to... I guess, are you, Osprey, are you looking for, like, just like, I need a couple pages on how you intend me to fit my class and subclass together in the source book?
Kind of a little bit a better way for it to mesh, because I'm not gonna lie, honestly, the sorcerer's origin is literally an innate part of who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
So trying to kind of
You're trying to rewrite it with like formal training is a weird concept.
Yeah, and so like Prismari is when I mentioned Prismari, I'm like that's what I would be if I was like if me was trying to do this. I could come up with a character for some of the other stuff for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like when it comes down to it, I might end up doing something else, but that was more of a if I was personally actually doing this would totally like kind of how people used to do that with the Hogwarts houses. Oh, this would be my house. Yeah, Prismari would totally be my house.
Yeah. And I guess that's a good sign that they're able to evoke that feeling out of people, because that is a big part of it, that it's not just, oh, I care about the characters from Harry Potter, it's that I can associate my identity with the world and its structure. Like, yeah. It's cool that Strixhaven can do that.
And I feel like it does it in a slightly more agnostic way. Like, this house is the good house, this house is the not so good house, this... You kind of see what I'm getting at. Yeah.
So here's a question. Maybe I'm not understanding. I'm looking through. Are martial classes are just not getting Strixhaven subclasses?
Right.
Ha! Dum-dums.
I could see that.
Learn to read, barbarian.
Yeah. It's usually why I avoid, like, if I don't feel in the mood for magic, I pick martial on purpose. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know magic. I don't know what any of that means. You guys can handle it, though.
So anyone who plays in a future Strixhaven campaign that I run, if you pick a martial class, you're part of the custodial staff.
Yeah, which actually, that would be, oh, man. I would love to be like a paladin or something and be, I don't know if anyone in chat has heard of the game Control, but I want to be Ati, the custodian from Control that has a lot of arcane knowledge but doesn't really show it. That would be very, very cool.
I was thinking of a monk where you get to be Mr. Miyagi.
A monk custodian would be so cool. I would love that. Actually, I might think
A
of that.
monk trying to teach like a bunch of like nerdy
Oh, hell
wizards
yeah,
how to
absolutely.
fight.
Yeah.
A monk who has the martial prowess but not necessarily the knowledge of it. They feel their way through life and their wisdom is good enough that they can get it, but they really don't know that much about the philosophy side of it. I
Yeah.
would love that. It'd be
And I'd
great.
require everyone to be age appropriate. So all the student characters have to be youth in their whatever race they pick, and the monk has to be the equivalent of like a 40-year-old adult just hanging out with these kids.
Yeah.
Somebody who's about to go back to college, I mean, I wouldn't say that going to college is age specific.
That's very true. That's very fair. I went back to college as like 10 years older than the average populace. That's fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Normal now.
Got to do study group. But if he's a monk, he can't learn. Like he's not. There's nothing here for him. I guess we don't know what the final book looks like.
I was more talking about your age comment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the students don't have to be youths. I see what you mean.
Yeah. 'Cause
Very fair.
You said age appropriate, and I'm like, I'm 30 and I'm just about to go back to college, so
That's absolutely true.
funny enough, I'm going back to college for art, cause I gotta do art. Like, I tried to do the safe path sort of thing. I just can't. Like, I gotta do art.
Yeah,
Like-
if it's not the right fit for you, if you're going to be spending 8 hours a day doing something, it's got to be something you have fun doing.
Well, and
Otherwise, like it just crushes your soul.
if I don't get to do art enough in my life, I actually literally just start getting more and more sad.
Yeah.
So I gotta find a way to incorporate it more into my life. So
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't remember the type of moves Nursilla uses.
Oh,
I guess
Nursilla.
great.
That's the
Technical-
name. I couldn't remember Nursilla. Yeah.
Nursilla's a good one. If anyone's still trying to get in on that Transformers concept or contest, Nursilla into Tarantulas is an easy one.
But yeah, no, I'm really, really excited for Strixhaven, so you'll probably hear me mention it a fair amount.
Oh yeah.
Because I've always loved magic school magic school settings to a certain extent. It's just usually they're not done in the right way, and it's frustrating.
Expand on that. What do you mean?
So like, now that you've asked me to put it into words, so a lot of them don't make it immersive at all. Like, there's no real way to just kind of enjoy the kind of the school, what makes the school setting feel like a school setting.
They focus on like the epic adventure the protagonists are on. I guess are you talking about other TTRPG systems, or are you talking about like just other media? Give me some magic schools, because really the only one I know is the big one that shall not be named.
A lot, like, I actually can't remember the specifics. Like, a lot of it was Like, the ones I remember were, like, various random books I read as a teenager.
Gotcha. Okay. Other stories, were they
Yeah.
like? Would you say they were like they came out after the big one, that they were trying to kind of emulate certain things, or just came out around the same time?
Honestly, I don't know when the books themselves came out. They weren't new
Gotcha.
necessarily when I... This is like... over 10
trying to
years
remember
old.
stuff from. Yeah. Fair enough. But so you were saying, so that you wanna immerse yourself in the day-to-day.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I haven't gotten to do that in an RPG yet, actually.
Because we've talked a bit before about RPGs and what like you're looking for versus what you've played, and I don't 100% remember.
I've only played one system.
Okay, you've only ever played D&D.
For tabletop.
Gotcha.
I've played some LARPs.
Yes.
But I haven't really done other tabletop RPGs.
Gotcha. Well, we're gonna try some new stuff soon. Hannah is gonna run a Kids on Brooms RPG, and again, you've got First Right of Refusal there. And then I am doing a Command Droids RPG, which you might want to sit out. Like, you absolutely can join us, but it is essentially knockoff Transformers. But they will be two very different systems.
At some point, I want to sit down and try Shadowrun, just because.
I would love to make it work. I really do. Every time they
offering to DM Osprey?
What?
Are you offering to GM Shadowrun?
I've never even played Shadowrun.
Well, okay, no, I know. I wasn't sure if you were saying like, okay, you're saying you want to play Shadowrun at some point.
I'm the kind of person who prefers to have played a system before I even consider DMing.
Gotcha. We'll have to find a sacrificial lamb there. I heard Tom say I'd like to make it work.
I do. I really want to make it work.
That sounded a little too defeated for me to think you were volunteering, Tom.
If you read through the basic rules, you'd understand why. I think 6th edition is the latest, and I think it just came out, but people are still saying there's a way to make it work as long as the subsystems that you do for like explosions and all that are a little bit more simplified. But I like the setting of Shadowrun. I think it's cool. I also just want to do a cyberpunk TTRPG at some point. I think that'd be awesome. But I'll look into that. That's something that I look into literally like every other month, pretty much.
The temptation, and then you read through the rules and you're like,
well, that's the thing. The basic part is really not that hard, and the best part is there's no classes. You just determine what you're good at through your skills. Actually the Shadowrun games, the ones that came out since 2013, are pretty good at like expressing that on the game side. Mm-hmm. But some of the subsystem stuff is a little complicated, and it's when people start asking, like, oh, can I use a grappling hook and stuff like that, that's when it starts to get a little hairy. Also, we received 100 messages today with Freestream chat.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, it's been a pretty active day. I think, I don't know, Osprey, how you're feeling, but I know we're almost at our 2-hour mark.
Oh yeah, it's already 8:23.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't realize that.
Yeah, Oh, we're about to get an interesting cutscene.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's about her meeting Barrioth.
Now, is this a flashback to the first game, or did she already have Barrioth when you met her in the first game?
She already had Barrioth. This is when she was a little girl.
Oh, look at little Avinia.
That coat is...
Avinia?
Avinia?
Oh, so she wears the same coat.
Yeah, this kid randomly
runs into a Barrioth with
oh my god,
parents' nightmare.
And it's not so I don't know, Tom, if Osprey and I explained to you that the monsters that we ride are different. We can ride them specifically because we raise them from birth, right?
I see.
They're called Monsties, not monsters. Like that's an in-world term. Is that correct, Osprey?
Yep, it's an in-world term.
So the fact that she is riding a wild Barioth is kind of crazy. Am I right?
I see.
Yeah, the fact that she had that connection.
Yeah.
Also NoobTube, as far as streaming any of those games, I don't know. That wouldn't be my call primarily. So
Yes, kids. So kids on brooms. The intention, and we got to have a meeting when that happens. But the intention is when Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries season 1 ends. Hannah wants to run Kids on Brooms, so that will absolutely be recorded. And we don't have player count for it yet. It might be smaller. We might just do a team of 4. I want to play it.
I like it.
Hannah's going to be DM though, so she's going to kind of run that show. And then my intention is to live stream Command Droids when we play it. I know Kieran has mentioned he's interested in playing it. Our friend Rob, he's mentioned he's super interested. And then I was going to see who else. I think Skybite said it, so I might have 3 players already that are like
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Transformers fans. And then I'd love to bring in one person who might not be a Transformers person just to like get their outside experience.
I had a lot of fun with Command Droids when we played. I would
yeah.
about that.
If NoobTube, if you're curious about Command Droids, Tom, Nate, and I live streamed a playthrough of it. It was a one-shot that was being the writer of the module, the writer of the book, ran it for us.
Let me see. Is that on? That's on the channel, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on the channel. I think it was like a 3-hour session or something.
I will see if I can get a link to it. Here.
Yeah, this was last summer, so a year ago, more than a year ago now. But while they were working on the book, they were running sessions. I think it was Origins Online, maybe it was Gen Con Online. But we signed up and we got to play in it, and I had a lot of fun. It's definitely less crunchy than Dungeons and Dragons is.
Yes, which I liked actually. It made it a lot easier to sort of keep the 80s theme going.
And I guess that's a question for you, Osprey, and maybe you don't know because you haven't played other systems. I have found, having played other systems, that Dungeons and Dragons is actually one of the more number-intensive systems out there, which I was surprised by. I kind of, playing D&D and then hearing about other systems like GURPS and stuff, I kind of assumed that D&D was a more like beginner-friendly, not as like crunchy system, but it's actually on the deeper end. There's some insane ones out there, but it's on the deeper end. Would you be interested in a less crunchy system, a less number intensive system?
I think as long as it has solid mechanics. So like one system I was reading through, I read through how to create your character and I'm like, this is too open-ended. It doesn't actually tell me solidly kind of what my character can and can't do. Stuff like that. Another system I want to try at some point is Pathfinder 2e. I looked at the rules at one point because I have the books because I got them from Humble Bundle. I'm just so spoiled with the D&D Beyond character creation, I'm not gonna lie.
You should, if you want to play Pathfinder 2e, talk to Max on the Discord. He is always bugging me about playing Pathfinder. I think he might be down to run at least a one-shot or something at some point.
So I'm not sure if Boom Headshot was intending to say have a food night.
Have a food night.
Or
everyone have a food night.
I'm actually about to Boom Headshot. I think I have a Five Guys order on the way to my apartment.
Nice.
I guess we should probably call it a night then, since people are needing to go get fed and whatnot.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I think we 2 hours flew by. It feels like
Yeah.
we got a lot done. I'm really enjoying watching this feline shovel their roof. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully next time I will have a Tigrex in my party.
yes.
I will try to do that during the week.
I would love to see that.
No promises,
then-
but I will try.
Yeah, and then everyone keep an eye out. November 6th, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing our 24-hour live stream. So we thanks to Kieran, we raised some more money today. We'll be doing more live streams as we get to that point, but then the big push and the time at which I will announce the winners for our big Transformers and D&D giveaways will be during that live stream. And it's going to be a bunch of us. I mean, I don't want to like spoil what happened during the meeting, but I was surprised. Like we got really good signups internally on the team, so it's going to be a packed day.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've never done Extra Life before, and I'm really I'm excited about what I'm gonna be playing too. So.
Yes.
Well, oh, we got a question from Alucard about any Castlevania.
No, I don't think Castlevania is on the. Listen, Hannah has a Twitter account. Bother her about it.
Alucard, after I beat Symphony of the Night, I might do like not an Axe Armor, but I might do like a Richter run through. I might be able to schedule that for a little bit. I don't know if you care to see any of like the extra, like the file name runs of Symphony of the Night, but I might do that, or I might do. I've been playing the collection on Switch a lot, with like the original all the way up through Super. I might play some of those. Actually, what I want to do is beat Rondo of Blood, and that game is fucking difficult. So I might do some of that.
Yeah. So maybe there will be some Castlevania. But that's out of my hands on that one. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
See you guys.